Is it time for people to finally stop hating on the MLS? Let's talk about it.
Ain't been tight, never known curfews. Sunday night quiet, I ain't even out my church shoes. I done been wide, premarital guessing perfumes. Psychoing a lot, they keep asking me who hurt you. Traded for diapers, ain't that some shit? You think buying beers and pacifiers made me a pacifist? There's a list of asses that I like to whip. In this timeline, been frames the bad guy shit. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up? This is Sports World Talk, where we talk the world of sports. And right now we are talking, is it time for people to stop hating on the MLS? So let's get into it. First of all, I want to touch bases on the Club World Cup. I have definitely enjoyed the whole tournament and everything. I hate that it's coming to an end, but of course everything does. But I definitely enjoyed it. I hope people, attach to themselves to it more than they thought they would have, because there was a lot of doubting in it as far as saying the players are being overplayed, it's too hot and stuff like that. Well, hey, it's sports. But I have definitely enjoyed it. I've liked seeing how the game's gotten better by each round. So looking forward for the finals. But speaking of the Club World Cup, I want to talk about the MLS teams and their performance in the Club World Cup. And if I have to give each team a letter grade, I will say I give Inter Miami, start them out since they was the one who did get to the knockout round. I give them a B. B, which it would have been a B plus, but if they would have done better against PSG, but again, that's PSG. Look what PSG just did to Real Madrid and what they did a few months ago against Inter Milan. So it's PSG. But the game that really stuck out was the game against Palmeiras. They was up 2-0, and they allowed them to come back and tie the game. So they would have got a B plus or A minus, whatever, if they would have beat Palmeiras. But, they still play good. I feel they still play solid. They control the pace of the game in the first two games and everything. And I think that, seeing the first game against Porto, the first half we was running. Second half, they made some changes, game plan and everything like that. And it looks like they came back second half and they controlled the second half. They controlled the pace. They controlled the ball, the possession, everything like that was all Inter Miami. So to see them do adjustments with a team like that was definitely dope. You know what I mean? So I give them their flowers for that. But if they would have won the Palmeiras, that would have been even bigger for me. But I give them a B. Seattle, some of the things that I think Seattle could have done better was just capitalizing on situations and moments. There are times that they could have tied it, took a step above or anything like that if they would have had a better player to try to make that goal. There were some shots. I'm like, God, how do you miss that? A lot of situations like that from Seattle, but they did a really good job too as well. But I give them a C plus. Just based on, like I said, nobody got blown out in for the MLS. No one got blown out. It was no 10-0 games or anything like that. And that's something I keep on pushing the envelope on, saying that they were competitive in ways. The other team, I do like LAFC. I give them probably a D, because a D plus, but the first game was good. Second game was okay. They, they played worse as the games went along. The very last game they should have won. Easily should have won. But it slipped through our hands there. So that's why I give them that. I say D plus. I give them that. Like I said, first game they were competitive. They showed opportunities that they could have capitalized on too as well, but they get a D plus. But at the end of the day, the main thing I want to get at is we see how the MLS talents and teams versus the whole world, and the talent gap didn't look too far different, except for PSG. But so that's my point of saying that it's time to stop hating. It's time to just literally look at that and be okay, hey, wait, Seattle was competitive in that game against Atletico Madrid. They were competitive. Hey, they were, and look at the worth. I forgot how much Atletico Madrid is worth, but I know for a fact that Seattle isn't worth maybe 30 mil, maybe, as far as the teams and contracts and all that stuff. Maybe that. I have to look that up, but it's definitely a difference. But for them to be competitive in those games was good. You know, LAFC, that first game, that was competitive. Seeing them against Club America was a great game. I love that game. It was a crazy good game. And so hating on MLS as far as the talent levels, that has to be gone now because it's not a huge difference no more. It's not night and day. Are other teams in Europe and France, whatever, all them other leagues, Asia and everything, are they better quality players? Yes. As a total, yes. Because they are paid. MLS still has a salary cap situation that I harp on time and time, but they're paid like that. You're gonna get quality players because you find them players when you. Hey yo, sorry for interrupting, but question: have you hit that like button yet? Have you subscribed to the channel? If not, please do so. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's talk about it. All right, back to the show. But the talent level is not too far off. I feel like MLS definitely has stepped up their game as far as atmospheres as well. Like I speak on again all the time. The atmosphere at the games. Are they chanting like Boca Junior at these games? Nah, not yet. But let the culture develop more. You know what I mean? Right now, they do have fans at the normal places I always name: Columbus Crew, Nashville, FC Cincinnati, LAFC, Inter Miami, of course. They do have fans here that's yelling constantly. That's like, oh my God, and once they dive into that soccer culture a little bit more, then they will get the chants and stuff like that. The singing, the songs, whatever like that. They will get into that even more. But right now, it's nice. It's still nice. The atmosphere is dope. So when it comes to, oh man, MLS don't have the atmosphere like a European team, you can't really say much anymore. It's not too far off. It's still probably right here for them and probably right here at MLS, but it's not like night and day once again. So scratch that off the list. You can stop hating on MLS for that. MLS don't develop young players. MLS academies aren't working. I think we have seen several situations of MLS players. Look at Matt Freese, the goalie that was with Team USA. That man looks dope. He's dope. Great goalie, it looks like. He's a product of what? MLS. Luna, product of what? MLS. So, and yeah, nothing is perfect. So I'm not going to sit there and act like, oh yeah, they're just killing it or whatever. Nothing is perfect, but they're growing. It's better than it was 10 years ago. People want to say, oh, Inter Miami, just old guys and they're just old, da-da-da. Messi's 38. Suarez like 38, 39. But besides Messi's bunch, all the other guys are 21, 22, 25, 28, stuff like that. Falcone, I think he's 28 as well. The goalie, he's 38, I want to say. The goalie that they've been using. Calendar, he's like 27 though, but he got injured. But so it's not like it's a lot of old players. Yeah, you got a lot of veteran players on there, but you do have a mixture of some good young talent on there that's still developing. At 22 years old, they're still trying to, get their game going. Look at FC Cincinnati. I know somebody the other day said they have one of probably the top 2 DP situations in FC Cincinnati. So saying that they don't develop talent or do anything for talent, you got to scratch that off. It's changing. It's not perfect. I'm not going to say it is perfect, but it is changing. And you got to give credit where credit is due. I feel like that's the thing. People want to look at MLS with the same eyes that you've looked at them for 15, 20 years. If you look at something the same way you've looked at it back then guess what? You will not see the growth. you would not see the change. So me personally, I know it's not perfect, but it is changing. And like I said, I made a video about what MLS needs to do to get ready for the World Cup. And if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out and let me know what you think about it. But the MLS is, I feel like if you're a fan of soccer in general, if you're a fan of soccer, you watch the game. Just watch the games. If you're not a fan of, MLS, that's fine. But at the same time, the hate on them saying, oh, the game is just too slow. No game is going to be the same. I've been watching basketball since I was 6 years old, and it has changed since that time. I have watched basketball here. I have watched basketball stuff from, the European teams and stuff like that as a different style of play. You can't expect every style of play to be the same in every single country you go to. It will be different. One of the styles, as far as with soccer, that was always it was frowned upon early years of the stages is, of course, the Brazilian style. People, oh, no, don't do the Brazilian style. No. But they loved it. They made it their own. And now people want to mimic the Brazilian style. So what I'm saying is this. MLS may be a little bit slower paced than what you normally see. It ain't too different of a pace, in my opinion. But it may be a bit of a different pace. But there still are moments that you can definitely enjoy. You can definitely watch some games. Like I said, LAFC games. The El Tráfico game against LAFC and LA Galaxy. Crazy good games. So it's time to stop hating on MLS. It's time to actually appreciate just the beautiful game. It's time to watch it. It's time to enjoy it and stop comparing it to, oh man, well, Barcelona should have did this. No. Stop comparing it to those other leagues and stuff like that and just enjoy what you have in front of you. If you want to watch the other leagues, go move over there. Because at the end of the day is, if you like that so much, yeah, you can watch on TV. But guess what? What you have in front of you, what you can actually go visit, what you can actually go to a game in Miami, Atlanta, FC Cincinnati and stuff like that. You can actually go to those games and be a part of something good, a part of something great. So, like I said, it's time to stop hating on the MLS. Me personally, I think is, again, not a perfect situation. There are things that needs to be better, salary cap, and some, roster rules and stuff like that. But hey, let's just make it happen. All right. So let me know what you think. Let me know, are you still hating on MLS, or are you ready to stop hating and start enjoying the beautiful game here in the United States? So let's talk about it.
There's a list of asses that I like to whip, and this timeline been frames the bad guy shit. Go ahead and